gucken. Das sieht doch mal versprechend aus da oben. Und ich kann klettern, gut.
A Technomancer from Abundance. And I heard you were all nearly extinct. What are you doing here? What do you want?
I want to come in, and you're gonna help me.
No, I don't think I am.
Oh, einmal auspacken. So, Technomancer verstärken auch. Okay.
Stop! I'll help you!
I told you you would. Don't know why you didn't believe me.
Here I come.
Oh, ey, ich habe hier noch den einen Typen ausgeschaltet, wa? Plündern. Oh, los hier. Und die Tür öffnet sich.
Dome's in amazing condition. Well, it looks like we found the relic. Doesn't look like much, but the style of writing looks familiar. Even if I don't have a clue what it means. You able to decipher it? What is it? It even real?
We haven't been able to decipher it yet, but yes, no doubt it's real. Not sure if I can tell you anything else about it. I don't know what you're planning to do with it, and I don't want to offend you by talking about sacred matters, but you know some knowledge should only stay among technomancers, right? So be careful, please.
I know what I'm doing.
What is it? It looks old. We should show this to the captain. It must be important.
Stufe 3. Den kann ich nicht knacken.
It's an ancient object indeed, but I don't think that the captain will be interested in it.
Oh, this is one of those ancient objects Technomancers collect. I understand.
Und einmal raus. Schön, und jetzt sehen wir mal zur Offensive hier. Na, Chica. So, das Mädchen oben. Perfekt. Schützen sind weniger als willkommen. So. Und so. So macht zumindest doch ein bisschen mehr Spaß, dann nur Dauerverfresse bekommen. Kiste. Alles mitnehmen.
There's a ton of different chemicals. They must have been using them to make explosives to help out with the drilling. Guess it would work for me too. One charge should be big enough to close the tunnel down. Just gotta be careful. But with the detonator and explosives, I should be able to set it off remotely and make sure I don't blow my damn head off.
Ah, wie schade.
I believe that they'll have left enough to blow up the tunnels here. Wouldn't be very smart of them.
They need chemicals to clear out the access to the tunnels. They have the ingredients necessary to collapse them. Fortunately, it seemed that they were doing construction work on this shadow. I'm sure we'll find out.
So, einmal zeigen. Aber das hält mich hier nicht auf. Oh, der Kapitän einstecken. Wems. Ja, dann suchen wir hier Sprengstoff. So, danke für Zero. Wie, du hast nichts dabei, das Knarre. Schwerer Stahlstreck, komm her, ich...
They will die if he does not help them.
So, ihr seid frei.
Here's your way out. I don't know where you're gonna go, but you better get going.
They will never forget the Hammerman. Never. They thank him.
Yay. Gutes Gewissen. Freue mich. Stufe 2 habe ich nicht. Kann ich hier rüber klettern? So, aber die kann ich klettern. So, plündern. Alles mit. Alles mit. Ja, ich kann
Fortunately, this is beyond my
oh, ich
skill
doch nicht
level.
knacke. Ich dachte, ich kann knacke. Zero.
I need some explosives to trigger a chain reaction.
Jawohl. Aber wir haben schon Teil 1. Abkürzung. Ich freue mich. So. Wie geht es dahin? Okay, so. Da war doch so ein großen Lager, wo wir gerade waren. So, schützen wir das erst aus. Die Schatten, die sind meistens, habe ich ja schon gelernt, sind meist gefährlich. Ah, das ist eine Mutti. Komm zurück hier. Was verdammt, ich blitze dich. Oh, bam. Papi Powers. Kann ich sagen, dass sie gehen kann? Na, die wird ja gleich, glaube ich, einfach weiter buddeln. So, Gesundheitsinjektion.
Fortunately, this is beyond my skill level.
Wie schade. Alles. Sprengstoff, jawohl. So, mal gucken, was es hier noch gibt. Abkürzung. Hatte ich auch nehmen können. So, und hier geht's hoch. Und einmal rüber. Hoppa. So, wir sind doch direkt wieder hier bei Buddelstelle. Ist die schon? Nein, die habe ich schon nicht geplündert. So, danke für die Injektion.
Perfect. Got everything I need to shut this access point down for good. All set. Just need to get back to the rover before setting it all off.
Alles und dann jetzt ab zum Rover. Und einmal runterklettern. Tack. Acabou.
This tunnel's gone. Aurora's got no way into Ophir anymore. Mission accomplished.
The intensity of the vibrations is soothing, hypnotic. They make me so tired.
Dear old Scott. My machine's caressing you with rumbles. Sweet talking ya. Can't go falling asleep on a battlefield, though.
Und der Bett.
Thanks to you, the city won't ever have to face another attack like the last. All those people wounded because of those broken shutters. Just thinking about it, I feel nauseous.
It's probably the rover. Gotta get used to the vibrations. Most people fucking puke their ass out their first time.
No, I meant the thought of all the... Never mind.
I really don't get it. This is war, right? Aurora shows up and blows up part of our city, and how do we retaliate? Send a handful of people like us? I don't get it.
You ever do anything but bitch? Successful mission. Tripping a rover. Hell, if I was you, I'd be grinning ear to ear. Why don't you do that? Bitch less, smile more.
Einen Punkt.
I've got something to ask you.
What can I do for you?
Well, I don't know if you know, but my dad died when I was young. Actually, he disappeared. He never came back from one of his explorations 15 years ago.
I'm sorry. I didn't know.
Yeah, I don't want your pity, okay? It's not about that. What I mean is, I've never managed to find out what kind of mission he was on and where he had gone. I know he was close to Scott. He was probably even his best friend. That old crazy man doesn't want to tell me anything. He says he wants to protect me. Look, I'll just cut to the point. I was wondering if you'd maybe look in his dispensary for me. See if you could find any of my father's notes or letters or...
I don't know, Amelia. Scott's like a father to me. And besides, you know he's almost always there. How would I even do it?
I'm not asking you to break in or steal nothing. Just keep him busy. And while you are there, you know, just flip through files. I'm sure he kept letters between him and my dad. He's not one to throw anything away.
All right. I'll try to make him leave, but if I don't find anything...
Yeah, I won't blame you. But I know that you're going to find something.
Aber erst gehen wir zum Großmeister. Oh, ist er direkt hier? Ah, er ist direkt hier.
Hello, Scott. My captain told me that she wanted to see you.
Is it related to you? Are you sick?
No. Not that I know of. She didn't tell me why.
Oh, well, should I take my pouch then? It's an important question. I should still take it though, but it's a little heavy. All right, I'm leaving without it.
I think I have a problem with going through your friend's things. I hope whatever you're looking for, it's worth it.
I'm trying to find information about the past. It's personal, okay?
Forget it. You couldn't understand. The officers, they aren't like us. They're above us.
Ilja, ich hab das, was du gerne hattest.
Hello. I found some of your father's letters.
I knew it. Tell me.
Most of the correspondence was friendly. They were very close. However, there was some tension between them over time. Some letters gloss over an expedition that they had done together, but what surprised me the most is when your father talks about a boy who was actually Scott's son. The last letter I found is a bit bizarre. I didn't really understand what he meant.
What did he mean? Do you remember?
Your dad begged Scott to stop the madness, warning that his wife's divorce was only the beginning of what he would lose if he couldn't face the truth. That it was too late for his son. He seemed to think Scott was on the verge of self-destruction.
It's true that it's rather mysterious. Scott, a son. Did you know?
No, he never told me about him. He obviously lost him. No doubt it's still a touchy subject.
We have to find out what this is all about. You have to ask his wife. Did my father really mean to interfere in his family drama? Maybe that's why he disappeared? Please, Zachariah!
Beetje heikel hier. Oh, nicht so fest. Die nehme ich mal, das hört sich schon gut an. Ah, hier habe ich noch Tarnung. Herstellen. Ah, ich habe Gesamtpunkte. Was habe ich da in Gesamtpunkte frei? Das hier Gesamtpunkt? Nee. Nee. Komisch. Ich mache erstmal hier die Großmeister, dann mag ich die Olle. Nee. Will ich nicht sehen, das ist irgendwie, habe ich da kein... Ja, die Mission prickelt mich nicht.
I'm sorry to... You Angela Seeker, Scott's wife?
Ex-wife? What did the drunk do this time?
Nothing bad. He's a friend.
A friend? Right.
Just looking for some information on one of his friends. Mark. And your son.
Get out. Get out! What right do you have coming around digging up the past?
Listen, I think Mark's disappearance was tied to Scott's research, and your son. And I know you were a researcher too, so I'm hoping you'll be able to help me understand the research better, and maybe even find your old friend.
The drive to dissect even the smallest details, to try to understand how and why. That thirst once drove me too, but I let it go. There was no well deep enough to satisfy that thirst. I was never as involved as Scott. In truth, I began to give up my work once we had our son. The focus of my research had been the study of animal mutations with the goal of vaccine production. And always wondered if... Because of that, I had been the conduit that carried the infection to my son. Scott was more interested in genetics and its medical applications. The second our son showed signs, though, I completely stopped my research. If I hadn't told Scott, he would never even have noticed. And his answer was to swear he could find a cure. He really believed that with his work in genetics and mine in vaccination, that we could save our son. But I was too devastated to help him. All I wanted to do was spend every second with our son before he was taken away from us. Which, of course, happened. And Scott and Mark took off on a wild goose chase that he was sure would end in a cure. I didn't get it. There wasn't anything he needed that he didn't have access to in his lab. And while he was off, I was alone, and waited, and eventually got tired of it. So I asked for a divorce, and then they finally came back, with nothing to show for it. But soon Mark took off again to find what I guess were raw materials for research that Scott swore he couldn't find here. And that was the last I saw of him. That's all I know. I never found out what their research was on, and honestly, I just want to forget it all. Please, ma'am. Can you leave me be?
Okay, wir lassen die arme Dame jetzt in Ruhe. Wir erzählen der Familie, was wir hier erfahren haben.
No, I can feel for what the old man's been through. I've known some folks myself who went through the same thing.
Aber was mag hier?
Good day. Care for some merch?
Jawohl, ich habe für dich. Was habe ich? Sturmgewehr. Ach, ich wollte nicht kaufen, so. verdammt. Also der ist verbessert, den verkaufe ich. So. Kleidung. Der kann weg. Der kann weg. Arbeitsschuhe kann weg. Ah, warte. Warte. Datengewehr. Ja, verdammt, jetzt habe ich dich halt nicht dafür. Mist. Ah, erst Amelia, dann gebe es zum Großmeister.